You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.
Alex Poatan Pereira is making his 205-pound debut, as he was at 185 for his last fight. Obviously, got knocked out about 3.5 months ago. He's going to get right back in there against Jan Blachowicz, man, which this is no easy task or a small feat, going up that quickly, in time for a guy who was the former light heavyweight champion and, who's right there. He probably could be waiting around for his own light heavyweight title shot. Now that, that division's always in flux, and it's especially in flux now with, the champion tearing his Achilles playing basketball. So there's really not a champion in 205. It's kind of a power vacuum. So
very unlucky division, it seems like lately.
Yeah, and
or just in general, has John Jones dominating for 10 years, and then now everybody that is coming up is getting hurt or something.
Quick title changes. There's a lot going on there.
Johnny Walker,
Yeah, Valton Walker. You can't forget about him. But minus 110, pretty much across the board. There's some variation back and forth, but that's for Alex Pereira. Jan Blachowicz is a slight favorite, it seems, on some of these websites. But I swear, man, this is right down the middle for most of these sports books. I like Pereira here, man. I feel like it's not the same as Izzy going up to 185 pounds. The reasons why I wouldn't bet him is that Blachowicz is probably going to try and take him down, hold him down, and just that's going to be his game plan. The durability is a question now with Pereira, who's been through a lot of wars in his career, and he kind of did get flatlined at the end of his last fight, and that was not that long ago. People take much longer off for that kind of stuff. And it's worrisome that he might get hit, with a shot that would not have even put him down maybe 6 months from now, and he goes to sleep again. That's a big concern. But I think his power is there's going to be too much power for Blachowicz, and Blachowicz is another guy who does not take a shot well either. So I think I'm going to take Pereira money line unless the inside the distance is plus 150. I'd probably take Pereira inside the distance. Plus 150.
Yeah.
And it seems like a sucker bet, but I can't let this slide.
Yeah, it feels like that's he's not going to win a decision out here, but I guess it could happen. It does work. This is kind of like the main event. I don't really know what to do. It's down the middle. There's a lot of variables. He's moving up to his rightful weight class, which I think is going to matter a lot. Maybe it doesn't matter for some. Maybe it doesn't matter as much for Uros Medic moving up from 155 to 170, right? That we're going to see early in the card. But for Alex Pereira going from 185 to 205, that is a huge difference. I think it's going to be a huge difference with when Errol Spence moves up to 154 as well. And it's something we see in guys' career as they get older. Canelo, Floyd. I know I'm talking about boxers, but just fighters in general, just fighting in general. And his debut at 185, Andreas Michailidis was doing some good things against him. I think that was a sign that he can't make that weight class. I mean, he probably fights at 220, 230. Not to say Jan. I mean, Jan's probably the same weight on fight day. But having that 20 pounds that you don't have to cut as much, that's going to be crucial. But again, man, also it's going to be crucial. He just got knocked out cold 3.5 months ago. Like that's a quick turnaround. Quick turnaround, and then you're turning around and fighting the legendary Polish Power, right? And Jan Blachowicz.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that.
The legendary Polish Power. But I will say, who is he really, when has that Polish Power really been on display? Like, who is he really knocked out and flatlined?
Corey Anderson.
He knocked it.
That's it.
Right. Corey Anderson, Dominic Reyes, and Alexander Rakic, who I think did his knee blow out in that fight? And also, Rakic held him down pretty easily when he got that takedown. 4.5 minutes of control on the one takedown. How many takedowns does Jan Blachowicz have in his last 9 fights, not counting the Izzy fight?
I'm not sure.
0. How many times does he attempt it? How many takedown attempts does he have in that span?
0?
1. So it's not something he does.
God,
it's not something. It's not. I mean, we didn't see him do it against Izzy until the second, third round when he was like, "Fuck, I might have to do this," and he did it, and it worked, but. Izzy was moving up to 205. Izzy's small for 185. I should say small for 185, but when he fought at 205, I think he weighed in at 204 or 203. He's a skinny dude. Had the pizza. He's very skinny. I'm not going to say he's weak, but moving up weight classes is tough, man. Especially when you're on your back and you have Jan Blachowicz on top of you. But we've seen. That's why I see a lot of people talking about Jan, taking down. He's going to wrestle fuck him. I'm like, I don't know, man. Alex Pereira has been training with Glover Teixeira for a couple of years now, and I don't know if that's necessarily going to make him a black belt. I know he's a brown belt now, I think, or maybe I don't know if he's a brown or a white. I forget. I think brown. White's when you first start, right? Yeah.
Did you see the video of Alex Pereira wrestling with Glover in the water, and he tries to drown him? Like, he's a fucking sicko, dude.
He's a scary guy. He's also smiling a lot more, which kind of terrifies me.
Because he's not hungry.
Right. I don't know if he's not hungry. Glover said he's never seen somebody.
I meant physically. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, no, the guy's hungry for
will eat anything. He's hungry right now. He's going to keep eating. He's a big boy. Glover's like, yeah, anything I make, he eats. So that's why I love making food for him. Like, that's a cute relationship. I love both of them, honestly. But if there's anybody to work with to shore up your grappling defense or your grappling in general, it's definitely Glover Teixeira. And what do we see when Jan Blachowicz fought Glover Teixeira? Insta tap. Yeah. Ankalaev and Rakic both held him down very easily. Not to say those guys are bums, but very easily. And one time, what has been a punch, a shot that has hurt Jan Blachowicz multiple times? Left hook. I think Jan Blachowicz is going to get knocked out by Alex Pereira. I think it's going to happen early. Jan does have some nasty leg kicks, man. It seems like you can't win a leg kick battle with him. He has just steel in his shins. But a lot of what he does well, I think, is going to get neutralized. I think he's really going to have to hurt Pereira early and just get him out of there quick. Or honestly, just do the wrestling, go the wrestling route. But that's easier said than done, man. Alex Pereira is a sniper. He's got good kicks himself. I mean, he's a pro kickboxer champion.
Jan's 40 as well. So that's also, he's an old man.
Old. I know Alex isn't young, but, you're 40. Like,
the man's 40.
I don't know, man. The man's 40. But I just think, there's a lot of things going right for Alex. The only thing that's not is the recent knockout. And again, I can't discount that at all. I can't discredit it.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe it gets neutralized by him moving up a weight class. Maybe I don't know if that's naive to think. It's hard for me to really exactly quantify these things and how to factor them. But I just got to go with my gut, man. I think Alex Pereira is going to put him out with a left hook. And I think once he gets Jan Blachowicz hurt, I think that's it. Jan's not going to panic wrestle, right? So give me Alex Pereira, first round knockout.
Are you taking that on the card?
Yep. I will take on the card. I'm going to play. It's funny because Jan a couple days ago was like minus 130, minus 140. So give me Jan. Give me Pereira inside the distance.
All right, plus 150 with the boy.
Never know, man. He might get his first sub.
That's what I'm worried about. Like that he, like you said, he panic wrestles and he gets caught in something where he's not ready for it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Or he's turtling up, and Alex is like, "I'm gonna put some hooks in." And I'm like, "Whoa, where'd you learn that from? Did you learn that in the river?"
Dude, I mean, he tried to kill him. That was insane. When I watched that video, I was just cracking up. Like, he just grabs his head and dunks him underwater. I'm like, holy shit, dude. No, but I'm with you. Plus 150. It's not enough to go to the plus 170 for the TKO. TKO. I'll just take my insurance on maybe there being a sub. So, or I might lose anyway. I might as well just
or disqualification. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.